I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true.
It's a hot August day in Bedford, Ohio, where police respond to reports of shots fired in an AutoZone parking lot.
Visual approach. Yes, on approach.
Bystanders and first responders find 20-year-old Riley Jones suffering from a gunshot wound to the chest and render her first aid. The victim was rushed to a hospital where she was later pronounced dead.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Well, we're about to get into the zone, y'all. Welcome to In Plain Sight. This one is an interesting case, and we may have some mixed reactions on this one. For sure, I'm not even joking on that. It may seem pretty cut and dry at the onset here, but I think as it goes on, we're gonna have a few people that might, I might be wrong, but I might be right, that might side with the perpetrator in this, and we may have some people that will absolutely abhor him. So I will leave that for y'all to fight with and squabble with in the comment section, but I'm not picking a side. We're just covering it. I just want to present you with the concept of what I've been thinking based on what it's about. I just know that it's a little bit slightly controversial. All right, cool. Let's go.
Meanwhile, one officer spots the suspected shooter.
There's a male in white pants, black male, white pants, black zip-up hoodie, walking on Leonard towards Broadway on the phone.
White pants! I gotta go get him.
Black male wearing white pants. It might be in my litter.
64 is out with him.
Put the phone down. Put your hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
Police later identify the suspect, seen here, as 22-year-old Darian Hobley, the boyfriend of the shooting victim, who police said had visible blood on his clothing while walking away from the scene.
I got you. You're good. We got you. We're good.
We got him detained right here.
Stand up. Don't touch his hands anymore. Yep, you got it. Oh, you're good in the back of this car.
I will commend the officers. They really did a good job of apprehension. Not aggressive, stern, but not aggressive. Very well done. I also commend the young man. He no resistance, no fighting, no squabbling, no screaming, no hollering. That's very, very good. So overall, right off the rip, a cordial interaction, albeit because of a very bad circumstance. But if we could see more of this, man, what? Maybe I wouldn't have a job, though. That tough call. Anyway, let's continue.
Where's your phone at? On the ground?
He got it.
All right. Yeah, good phone. All right, come on over here. Go ahead, face this way. Spread your legs for me. What's going on? What happened to that?
I told her he was supposed to be trespassing my house and started this incident at my house, breaking my windshield and stuff. And I told her pretty much not to come back. We kind of got into it this morning, and I was telling her not to come to my house. She begging to come to my house. I'm telling her, please, not come to my house. Not come to my house. Not come to my house. And she did cool because I get in trouble with my mom. To me, trying to be like, go to the beer. I didn't want to talk to her. She came to my house. So to me, I talked to her. My mom told her to leave. She kept going.
Who is she? Who is she?
My girlfriend. I told her to leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. I feel threatened. And you want me to keep my leg in?
No, go put your leg in there. Where's the gun at?
I threw it away.
Huh?
I threw it away.
Where?
In the sewer.
Huh?
In the sewer.
Which sewer?
Not really too sure.
All right, listen. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in court. If you can't afford it.
The officer finishes reading Darian his Miranda rights before further questioning.
Threw the gun away, okay, but you don't know where you threw it away. You know it's the sewer, but you don't know which sewer. I mean, I guess maybe in panic, if you've never shot somebody before and it's a heat in your mind, everything's going kind of haywire. This is just instantaneous, and you witness what you witnessed, even though it might have been in a crime of passion, whatever it is. But you don't. I would at least think you know which direction when you were walking, where you chucked it through it, but just in a sewer. Okay.
At this time, do you understand your rights? Okay. Is there anything you wish to tell us? I know you said that you got into it with your girlfriend, right? Where do you live at? You live in and she came to your house today?
Yes.
How'd you get over here?
I was going to AutoZone because I have a bad battery, I believe.
You're going to AutoZone. She followed you to AutoZone?
She went to somebody else's house, stayed there until I left, and then followed me all the way there. She sideswiped my car. She's been following me all through traffic. I've been telling her to just leave me alone. I've been telling her to move away from my car, but she keeps bothering me. She keeps antagonizing me. She keeps trying to hit me. So I'm just like, okay, can you move? I've already dealt with her trying to hit me and stuff, so I've been telling her, please move, please move. Can you move away from my car? Can you not touch my car? Can you not touch my car? She opened my car window. She put her hand in the car. I did not know what she was gonna do.
Maybe he meant door. Maybe he meant door. I'll give him the benefit that he thought I want to say door, but window came out. Because ain't no way she can open your window without you doing it. And if I remember seeing the picture in it on set, if that's your car, it was the door that was open. So I'm going to assume that you misspoke and meant door, not window. And if she opened your door, okay, that's one thing. But my question is, if you didn't want her coming in, why not just lock it, put your window up, and call the cops? Sometimes decision making baffles me, and I don't know. I just don't understand it. But hey, let's go.
You were in your driver's seat?
Yes.
In your car?
Yes.
Is your car still at AutoZone?
Yes, it should be.
What kind of car do you have?
A Chevy Cobalt.
What color is it?
White.
That's your car. It's registered to you?
It's registered under my mom.
It's your mom's car. So she stuck her hand inside your car. Like
She opened the door.
through the window.
No, she opened the door.
She opened the door.
Okay, so
your driver's side door?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened from there?
She put her arm in the car and I just shot.
Were you in fear for your life, or
I was in fear in general because the way she reached, it was where my gun was.
did she have any weapons on her?
No, but she reached where my gun was. I don't know
Where was your gun at when she reached in your car? It was by your seat.
Yeah.
On the left side?
My right side.
On your right side, like in between the center console?
And she reached
Like to by your right knee? It was like in between the car seat and the center console?
Yeah.
Okay. And she was grabbing, so she would have had to grab over you.
She did.
Did she know that you had a gun?
Yes.
Okay. And what was she trying to do? Why were you two arguing, and why is she following you in the first place? Could she think she lives with you or something?
Honestly, it's just something petty. I really don't understand why it has to get to this point so often. But I just called her. I seen where she was at. And I texted her.
30 radio.
She didn't answer. And then when I called her, she said, okay, she was getting weed. And I was like, okay. Hang up.
I've never understood toxic relationships. Like, maybe because I've never been in one. But I've never understood it. Like, this is what I don't understand. Hear me out. What I don't understand. You with a person, you don't like this person, but you like the person. But you don't like the person so much that you wanted to beat the brakes off of them but you like the person, and on occasion you don't beat the brakes off them. You like the person, but you hate them to the point where you want to go be with somebody else. And if you get caught with that somebody, you should get mad at the person because they found out, and you want them to bring you back because you love them. You both want to be apart, but you can't be apart because you love each other. But every time you're together, it's cats and dogs. And I guess I got a different version of peace of mind. Okay. So toxic sounds like they fight, but he still want to mess with her, and she still want to mess with him. Man, things that make you go, I'm glad I'm not single. I don't want to deal with this in no way, shape, form, or fashion, bro. May this love never find me. May this type of love never find me. Help me never find this kind of love.
She said while we was on the phone, well, she called me again.
What address were you at? And that's when she started following you? All right, so she came to your house. And she followed you all the way down here. What was she trying to do?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It seemed like she was about to hit my car several times. She got really close in between me and another car right there.
What kind of car does she have? Since she followed you in a car, right?
Yeah. Hyundai Altima.
She's got a Nissan Altima?
Hyundai. I can't think of it. It's in my phone.
She's got a Hyundai?
Yeah.
What color is it?
Gray.
Gray Hyundai.
I have the picture in my. I know I'm probably not able to have the phone, but I have the picture of her car in my phone. She actually hit my car a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Which sewer did you jump the gun at?
I'm not.
Is it on this street? What kind of gun? What is it?
A 9mm.
9mm. What's the make and model?
I'm not really too sure.
Is it?
You know. You're not too sure. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just judging by the behavior and the demeanor. Here's my I think, at least with the gun part, he don't want to tell nobody about the gun because the gun might not be he's not supposed to have it. I think he might not supposed to have it. It wouldn't surprise me if it was stolen. It would not, at least, again, only by his demeanor and the lack of candor. I'm not trying to judge too harshly, but the one thing you're trying to keep people from finding is that weapon.
Yours? Or is it somebody else's?
Somebody else's.
All right.
Somebody else's.
So is one of these sewers around here? Couldn't be far, right? We're going to have to get it. So your cooperation is going to help out a lot.
You think?
I don't know what to do.
You don't know which sewer?
I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do?
I'm supposed to be going to the military soon.
You're supposed to be going to the military soon. How old are you?
22.
You're 22. What were you going to do in the military?
IT specialist.
Did you apply?
Yes.
When was that supposed to start?
I was waiting until October.
Waiting till October. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
He ain't going now. Nope. Let's just say for now, it's a different school you're going to. If what you admit to is what happened, then that's a whole different school. Don't man, look, emotions and anger. Don't let anger get a hold of you so much that you end up doing dumb stuff. The solution is very simple. And I don't know why the easy solution is the one people don't ever try to pick. In the 5-10 minutes you took to argue with somebody, pop them, leave, or even 20, 30, say it's a half hour. You could have got on the phone. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, woman violent with me by my car. Can you please send somebody in here? I'm locked in the car. I'm not leaving because she's violent. Boom. I'm sorry. Please come get somebody. If she try to get in here, it's gonna be problems. Please come get your girl. Case closed. Now see if she breaks the glass. You have foundation, but you now have secondary. I don't know why you got a weapon if you act in the way you act in that you're supposed to have. So it's military. If that's man, you gotta execute. Man, that's. I told y'all it was controversial. I told y'all this was going to be one of those where I like it, but I'm more confused than I am convinced. I am. Man. Anyway, continue.
You're gonna let this is your ex-girlfriend, current girlfriend, or something?
I wanted it to be my ex, yes, current. I'm not really too sure how to put it on.
You're gonna let this girl just kind of ruin what kind of future you could have?
Didn't know what to do.
How many times did you shoot?
I shot once.
Just one shot.
Yes.
Which hand did you shoot with?
Right.
Your right hand? You know what color the gun is?
Not
Is it gray, white, black? What is it?
brown.
Brown gun? It's a handgun?
Yes, sir. Do you have any water?
Water? I do not have any water. All right, just sit tight for us.
Darian admits to shooting the woman, but claims self-defense in the process. While the 22-year-old is secured in a patrol car, other officers begin searching for the weapon.
No, it's in a sewer. He doesn't know which sewer it's in. It's got to be down here in a sewer.
13 to radio.
He walked through the back of over here, this property. So he walked through the back of this property and he ditched it somewhere over here. He was in this driveway when he was on the phone, so it's got to be somewhere back over there.
I could probably do an article search. Do you have him in your car?
Yeah, he's in my car. Okay.
Investigators scour the area and eventually find the firearm in a sewer behind a pizzeria. According to an incident report, the weapon was determined to be an illegal ghost gun with no visible serial number that matched with the shell casing found back at the scene, where now we join officers as they begin talking to witnesses.
See? Man alive. Yeah, I really don't know what to say to this. I don't understand decision making anymore. I simply don't. I just don't get it. I'm maybe it's just because I'm just not that type of guy, but I just don't understand it.
Are you family members or friends?
No, I called her sister. Her sisters are on the way.
I seen them jump over that fence. Were you here? Did you witness it? No, I was across the street. I heard the shot go off. So you didn't hear it? You weren't here during it? No, I wasn't here. Okay, just in case. Where were you at?
I was crawling out of this truck when I heard the gunshot, and I walked up behind him, standing over her with a gun. He had the gun in his hand again, so I went back behind the truck and called 911 because I don't have mine with me currently.
All right.
Now here, I hope y'all heard that. He went behind the car to call 911 because he don't have his. Here's how stupid things could have gone. My God, geez, Willie. You decide shooting. Okay, you're gonna shoot the girl. Pop, hit her. Then you stand over her if that's what happened with the gun. But somebody see you with a gun over a person on the floor bleeding. Suppose somebody lost their mind to say, I got to handle this before he kills somebody else. And they haul off and pop you. The fallout, man, is just, it's not worth it, bro. It's just not worth it. Just get a damn restraining order or Call every time. Call log it every time. Build yourself a damn case, man. But to throw your life away over a relationship, that's dumb. As dumb as can be, that's dumb. That's what that is. I'm gonna say that's dumb.
I appreciate your cooperation. Was you were not involved, wasn't hit or anything like that? I'm just wondering if we can move. Let me make sure, Detective. 1 second.
Yeah,
Witness,
she was with him.
Correct. Yes, I'm just wondering if he can move.
Yes,
I have his witness. He
Yes.
said he saw him standing over her with a gun after the gunshot. Didn't see it, but saw him standing over her with the gun.
Okay.
She's yelling at him to the car. And then he comes in the store. It's like, he called police. Makes you know he's gone. I saw the gentleman arguing with the gentleman when I came back from my delivery. And then he walked in and asked us to call the police. And then he walked outside the building. So the only camera that would see him is that one back there.
You guys don't know.
Moments later, the suspect's mother arrives on scene with some important alleged background information.
After he shoots, then he goes to call the cops. Tell me what sense that. Tell me what damn sense that even remotely freaking makes. That is you out here arguing. You just get out the car and go in the store, and then tell them call the cops while you're standing there. Go behind the counter if you got to. But you wait till you shoot her, then go in the store. You want to do it yourself. You're not going to use your own phone to call 911, which would have been the most brilliant thing you could have done, because at least you can say right off the rip, I didn't mean to do this. You didn't do that. You went to the store. Tell them to call 911. Then you take the hell off. Hey, whatever, man.
And just tell him the story, put your phone. Son.
Okay. Yeah. And then if you could just tell him the story, he's going to get your information. I'm trying to do something up with the scene, okay?
So what happened, ma'am?
This is too much. They've been in a toxic relationship for a while now. I've called the police on her before. She came over. She broke windows out of his, cracked his windshield and tore his car up. I tried to get a restraining order. I live in Maple. They told me there was nothing they could do because he lives there and he'll probably allow her to keep coming over there. So
what is your relationship?
I'm his Darian Hobley's mother.
You couldn't get one because they said he lives there and he'll probably allow her to come back. Maybe I don't have enough experience with restraining orders. I didn't know that was the criteria for not giving one. Hey, look, you learn something new every day. Okay.
So I asked him to leave her alone. I talked to his family and her family. Oh, shake it. And I asked them to leave each other alone. From my understanding, they had left each other alone. She came over this morning and was ringing my doorbell. She said he called her and he hung up on her, and I want to know why.
He called her and hung up on her. Okay.
This is what she told me.
Right.
And I want to know why he hung up on me. So I'm asking her to leave because I don't want you here. Why are you here? She said that they were still dating or whatever the whole time.
Okay.
She was upset because he came back in the house. He was done talking to her. He came back in the house and she wanted him to continue to talk to her. Okay. So I kept asking her to leave. She finally left. He came in the house and said, I'm finna go to AutoZone. He's supposed to came up here to get his battery checked. Because his battery went in his
the
car.
white car? His white car?
Yeah. Well, it's in my name. It's mine.
Right. Right.
So he came up here. As he was driving up the Libby, I seen her in the middle of the street. She was following him and like trying to hit his car going up Libby Road.
Okay.
I went back in the house because I'm working. You know, I have it on my Ring camera. Well, I have a Ring alarm when she came over. It should be a report as far as her coming over before, fighting and hitting him.
Investigators later reviewed footage from the woman's Ring doorbell that they said showed the victim at the home earlier in the day, where they described her demeanor as, quote, not hostile or aggressive, and said she appeared to have no weapons.
So is somebody lying? Somebody lying, somebody lying, somebody lying somewhere. Now, the question is there any police reports? We're only going to know what did mama say, okay? I ain't touching the whole mama dynamic with the kid. I'm leaving that all the way alone. But she say that they filed reports on the lady before, and they tried to get a restraining order, and there was multiple police reports. Police ain't mentioning that. They found body cam, at least Ring camera, and the Ring camera don't suggest that she was hostile. But she just said that she was when she came to the house. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I asked her to leave him alone. So when I went outside and talked to her, I said, "Do you only keep each other alone? Why are you over here?" I asked you to leave. And she said, well, "I want to talk to him. I want to know why he hung up on me, all this stuff." So like I said, she followed him up here. Was people, traffic backed up because he was trying to drive straight and she kept trying to crash into his car.
How do you know that? Where were you? It sounds like the story lining up. Yeah, but how does she know that's what happened? Were you behind him? With him? I don't get it.
Go ahead.
So I don't know what happened when they got up here. He just called me and said something bad happened. I was just protecting myself. So I'm asking him what happened. He said, "I shot her. I was trying to protect myself." So that was all I know. I got his location. I came up here to,
So he called you up after he shot her and said, "I was trying to protect myself."
Yeah.
So did you witness her trying to like run him off the road on Libby and stuff like that? You were driving behind?
Yeah.
And then did you just sort of let it go after that?
I let it go after that.
Huh? Okay. Hold on. When I tell you my head hurts from this nonsense, it hurts. Multiple reports on this lady being violent. You said so. Now you witness her using her car in traffic to try and run him off the road, and you just leave it. Of all the times, now she got an actual weapon, a 2-ton weapon, the biggest weapon she could get outside of a semi truck. She got a car trying to run your kid over, and you just let that one go. I would have thought, what is she doing? 911, I got this crazy woman chasing my son through traffic. She hauling the car. She's weaving and trying to hit him. Somebody come get this crazy woman. No. Not. Well, they're heading to AutoZone. She's chasing my son. You got to come get her. You didn't do that. You just let this one. Let it go. She let it go, y'all. She let it go.
So you saw them, whatever, and then they took off. He said he's coming to AutoZone.
Yeah. I just know he said that he shot her and was trying to protect himself.
Okay.
I know she was jumping on him before. A couple of months back at our house, she was hitting him.
Did he file charges for domestic violence or anything like that? Did he?
He did, but I filed a report, and I asked her to leave and not to come back.
He did, but I filed a report and asked her not to come back.
So I just think so according to Mom, she came over to his house this morning, causing a disturbance over there. It's a volatile relationship, and then she followed him up here after she left the house. And Mom witnessed her like trying to run him off the road and chasing him down Libby Road and all kinds of stuff like that. To me, it's pertinent information that she's chasing around here. And the first thing out of Mom's mouth was he called her up saying, "I shot her. I was trying to defend myself."
Okay.
So can you come back to our police station and write out a statement?
I need to probably get him a lawyer too.
That's up to you. That's completely
Will
up to you.
he be released today?
Will he be released today?
Yeah.
I have no idea. But
he's at Solon
Yeah, he's
jail?
going to be at Solon jail. He's going to have to get interviewed by detectives and all that sort of stuff.
Is there any way I can talk to him?
No. He's an adult, right?
Yes.
You're not going to.
Did you find a weapon?
We have not found a weapon yet, but I don't know that. There's other people looking for a weapon right now, so it could have happened. I really don't know.
What happened up here?
What happened up here?
He shot her. That's what's happened. Your son, which he told you, I don't know why you're confused about this. He took the weapon, pew pew, down. Pretty cut and dry. I mean,
what?
We don't know. That's what we're trying to sort out. That's why you're.
None of the people in AutoZone, no one's seen what happened up here? They don't have cameras up here or anything?
We're working on all of that. We're working on interviewing all kinds of witnesses and trying to figure out what happened here. I don't know what happened. I got here well after the fact.
Okay,
but these are detectives now.
Ownership of my car.
That car right there, that's going to probably get towed based on the situation, and we're going to be investigating that car, going through it, seeing what's going on with the car, because it was part of the crime, clearly, if he drove it up here. So,
So how would I know what's going on with her?
How would I know what's going on with her? Why do you need to know what's going on with her? You ain't a mama. Like, you ain't even related to the girl. You said you didn't want nothing to do with her. You want to know what's going on with the girl. I guess you just got to wait to find out when the police tell you she lived or died. That's what you could do. I think you had the right idea. Go get yourself a lawyer for your son. Focus on that. That's your only number one. That's your number one priority now. Don't worry about what she's doing. Worry about what your kid is going to have to do with the law. What's happening with her? That's a wild. Anyway,
I don't know what's going on with her.
I mean, how would I find out? Like, what charges he's going to get?
So
what her condition is?
So we don't know any of that.
Okay.
I don't know any more than you do right now. So I can't tell you. And I don't know how I would tell you to tell her. You know, you can check with hospitals or whatever. But you're like, we're not going to broadcast that information to you. And you would know what his charges are. We would let you know all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. It's not like we're going to call you up and say that. By all accounts, he shot her. And what you're claiming he told you was self-defense.
I've seen her being aggressive toward him. I've seen her. She's hit him and everything else. So
that's what we have to piece together. What happened here? Okay.
I know before she came over, she had something in her trunk. But you see the windshield is cracked. She cracked his windshield, so she had something in her trunk.
That was from a prior altercation.
Probably a couple months ago when I called and filed a report.
What type of relationship do these two have right now? Like
they were in a relationship. As far as I knew, they had broken up after this incident happened.
The suspect's mother describes a rocky relationship between the pair, alleging Riley had tried to crash into her son's car and claiming she had been violent in the past. But next, we hear from the victim's friend, who says she was in the car at the time of the shooting.
You were with her the whole time?
Yeah, the whole entire time.
So what happened? Like
they were just arguing. The argument just got to a point where
started over in Maple Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she said, "Pull over, let's talk." So eventually they ended up pulling over in AutoZone. I went to
so he went in AutoZone and out of AutoZone?
Yeah, he shot her.
He went in, told him to call 911.
And then came back out.
And then came back out.
And then tried to pick her up.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. He came right up to her, which was right in the general direction of me, so I went back behind the truck.
And that's why I ran into the car to pull off, because I'm like, oh, don't shoot me. Like, he already don't like me, so don't shoot me.
Right.
So, so when I pull off and I see that he's trying to pick her up and trying to help her, I pull the car back around because I'm like, okay, maybe he's a little bit more sane right now. And I think when I heard the ambulance coming, that's when I pulled the car over here to get out of the way.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So the interaction, you were sitting in the car right behind when he shot her?
Yeah.
What was going on during that time?
So she came back to the car. So she went to his car. They talked for about like 5 minutes. She came to her car, asked did I find her phone. I found her phone. I handed it to her. Phone is like done for. It's doesn't work anymore. And I hand it to her, and so I go back to she goes back to the car. I'm still sitting in the receipt. She says, "You broke my phone again for the second time." And then I don't know what happened in that little amount of time, but as he's getting out the car, I hear the gunshot. It didn't even sound like a gunshot. It sounded like a BB gun, like a firecracker, something like that. It didn't sound like a gunshot. So I'm like,
where was she standing when that happened?
Like, this is the door. This is his driver's side. This is him getting out the car. He shot her. She fell on her
She just
back.
pretty much fell back.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story. What he told people. What he say was that she reached in the car, then he shot her, and then he got out. But if two people are saying he got out the car, she never breached the car, he shot her, and then she fell, and then that's a mighty large difference of that ain't a small discrepancy. That's a big discrepancy. And I mean that's a massive discrepancy. That ain't one to bat your eyes at. Okay.
And she literally just fell back. She didn't even, there was no fight back, no nothing. She just fell back. I heard her scream my name, and as I was about to get out the car, I seen him walk back out of AutoZone. So I'm like, I don't want to get shot. So I pulled the car off.
He shot and went
in AutoZone.
He told them to go call the police.
Hold on. When he came back outside, it looked like he tried to pick her up to put her in his back seat, but eventually it looked like he just gave up, and I don't know where he went because I'm too busy on the phone listening to 911 telling me to do CPR
Right.
And at this point, I'm kind of like just going through the motions. I don't really know where he went. Somebody says he ran, and then that's what distracted me, and somebody else took over for CPR, and then I went to go move her car because I heard the ambulance, and then that's when everybody came in, all of that.
Does she own a firearm?
No, my best friend does not have a firearm.
Okay. So again, she didn't get out of the car with a gun or threaten him with a gun. Like,
she didn't get out of the car and she literally got out of the car with her body. She didn't even have her shoes on.
Okay, and she was mad about the broken phone?
Yeah, when she came back to the car, she was like, "You broke my phone again. You broke my phone again."
When do you think he broke her phone?
The first time?
Well, no, this time. Today.
Oh, I think when she said, "When you hit my car, you broke my phone."
He hit her car?
Yeah.
Where did he
tapped her the side of her car when we were driving. This little dip right here.
Okay.
That's it. And pushed her mirror in the mirror.
So the front that's old damage?
Yeah, this is old.
Okay.
There are two different stories here, and I'm confused as to who the abuser was. I'm confused as to who the abuser actually is. I'm confused as hell. Because first you tell me that she chased you and ran you off. Then they say that you were hitting the car. She has a broken phone. You say she reached in the car. They say you were outside the car when you shot her. Mama said that they had restraining orders that they were trying to get. And then you said that she's been constantly doing this, but the ring cameras doesn't seem to suggest that she was a violent person. I'm trying to, when I tell you this is my goodness.
And nothing back here. So where did that happen at?
I'm honestly, I could not tell you where we were driving. The whole time I'm on my computer playing The Sims while all of this is happening. Like,
Sims?
Yeah, it's a game. It's just a game. But I'm just playing the game on my computer while they're arguing. Yeah.
Right. And they're like while they're driving, they're arguing, or this is while you were here, they were arguing?
Well, while they were driving, nobody's arguing. They're just going to AutoZone. And
were they like cutting each other off? And
she was behind him the whole time.
She was behind him?
Yeah.
Was she driving up next to him at all?
She did one time. So she was like, "Can we pull over?" And I don't know what he said to her, but I'm guessing he said AutoZone, like, "Let's go to AutoZone," because we end up at AutoZone.
Court records show Darian later pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and tampering with evidence in connection to the shooting death of his girlfriend, Riley. The 22-year-old was sentenced to 8 to 10.5 years behind bars, followed by 2 years of parole upon release. Subscribe now.
That is wild. I know people are going to say that's not enough time, or people might say that's fair because we don't know exactly what led up to it. I will say this. There are better ways to handle situations like that. And toxic relationships are never good to stay in. When you're in doubt, call the cops. Call the po-po. Report as often as you can. Just keep reporting. Keep reporting. Become a nuisance if you have to. But for crying out loud, don't resort to going out and go shoot the person because, yeah, that's the best. No, that's not the best answer. You put yourself in a position where you just ended your life, whether you live or die, but you're going to prison. And then you ended the other person's life because y'all just couldn't logically think through things and leave each other alone. That's wow. Anyhow, I guess I'm looking forward to hearing what you got to say on this one. I told you all might be divided because there might be somebody on his side, there might be somebody on her side, might be some of y'all neutral. I'm looking forward to see what you got to say because I don't know what to think of it. I really don't. Whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comment section below. We'll look forward to reading them and we'll catch you on the next one.
One wrong move turn the present into the past. I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favorites, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true. If you foul, that show up too. No miss, no spin, no cover up.